she is. Tell me what kind of pistons you said again?
Diamond.
Diamond pistons. 392 stroker. Alright guys, so I just picked up the motor. Luckily my guy has some forklift skills. He was able to get it in the back of my truck. I'm pretty excited. I'll let y'all know when I get it to the house. I'll break that bad boy out and we can see what it's looking like. Got my brake-in oil. He hooked that up. So I'm good to go. Just got about an hour and 15-minute drive back home. But yeah, I'm excited. I didn't think we could get it to fit, but it all worked out. All right, so I got the engine hoist hooked up, getting ready to pull the motor out. Then I'll work on getting it on the engine stand, and we'll go from there. I went ahead and mounted the flex plate with the motor still in the car. That was just a little bit easier. I used the ARP bolts. I just gotta torque everything down and then put it on the engine stand. Okay, so we got the motor on the stand. Wasn't too bad. It's a lot easier when you put the bracket on first. But yeah, I'm gonna finish assembling the long block and drop this bad boy in when I can. All right, guys, here she is, sitting nice and pretty on the engine stand. I got a couple things to do. Throw in the MDS delete plugs, spark plugs, ignition coils, my knock sensors on the side, crank and cam position sensors, and I think I'll be good to go after that. So it should be pretty straightforward. Yep, I'll probably do the intake manifold after I put it in the car. I'm using these bolts right here in order to put it on the hoist, so I'll put that on after the fact. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Can't wait to get this bad boy on the dyno and see what it makes. It's a whole lot easier getting it off that hoist when you put the bracket on first. Let's put the bracket on and then attach the stand and lower it down onto the ground. So I don't know if I'm gonna start today or not. It's pretty cold outside. It's actually looking like it's about to snow. So should be any day now. I'm just glad I finally got the motor back home. All right, so I got the cam position sensor in. I got my plugs in, all the ignition coils, knock sensor on this side. Also have knock sensor and crank position sensor over on this side. Oil temp sensor, oil pressure sensor. I just gotta mount up the engine motor mount brackets and the motor mounts, and I should be good to drop this bad boy back in. One other thing is my driver's side header wrap came loose when I removed it, so I'll rewrap that. I got some new gaskets for the shorties, and yeah, should be ready to drop in. One other thing that I did was I already pinned the crank for the ATI pulley. I'll just put it back on after I drop the motor back in. It gives you a little bit more clearance. It's kind of tight in the front, so I'll throw the ATI pulley on after. Got everything hooked back up. Put the headers back on. Got the heat shield gaskets, stage 8 header bolts, and put the motor mount back on the passenger side. I left the driver's side off just so I can swing it past the AC lines, and after I drop it in, that's when I'll put that back on there. Yeah, everything's ready to go. Just got to drop it in the car. That's about it. I got all the sensors, everything put back on. I got some ARP bolts for the torque converter to the flex plate. Brand new flex plate. Hopefully I can get this done in the next couple of days. It is going to be cold. It's going to be like in the 20s all week, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. Getting ready to drop the motor in. Got everything attached. Pulled it off the stand. Just got to go up a little bit higher and get it in position.